Good morning, folks. Happy Monday to you. Thank you for joining us on another lovely day to do some yoga. Pretty much every day is good to do yoga, but I'm very happy that you at least came here today to work out with me and to take care of you. So, it's a happy day. On the count of three, we're going to say happy. Today's Monday for me. You may be watching this on another day, so you're going to insert whatever day it is. So 1, 2, 3. Happy Monday. No matter what, there's beauty in today. So today is going to be a good day. So thank you again. Today's episode is going to be dedicated to working from home at your desk yoga. This can correlate to if you do have to go to the office still. You can do this when you're working at the office desk. This is now if you're working from home and you've had to convert your home into an office. You may be able to do this. This also will work for if you're traveling in a car for too long, or if you're maybe binge watching whatever show you're watching at the moment. All of this can kind of correlate and help out with that. So these poses are going to be focused on when we kind of start to get hunched over, either at that desk or whatever, and we're starting to get a little bit of pain in the shoulders, pain in the neck, stiff in the hips, and some like kind of lower extremity pain from all that fluid collecting down into the lower extremities. So we're going to be working on all those areas. Today I am going to be working with props, all the props that you would need. If you need, you don't have to have these, trust me. I am going to be using a chair, and I will also be using pinky. So those of you who have been in my classes before and you just heard the word pinky, all of a sudden your eyes have just lit up. Hearts are popping everywhere. If you don't have pinky, don't worry. I'm going to explain to pinky. We're going to use pinky at the very end. So let's get started. We've got lots to do today for working at your home desk yoga. So I want you to come to a comfortable seated position, whatever works for you. Again, we are all made different, so we are all going to sit different. Perfectly fine. I just want you to take a moment, begin to get those fidgets out. Again, fidgets are represented by our mind racing, and we've got so much going on. Like right now, it might be a beautiful day for you, so you're like, oh, I got to get outside, I got to work in the yard, or maybe you've got a full work schedule. Or maybe you're like, things are starting to open up in my area. Do I go out? Do I stay in? What's the best? What's people going to say when I do something? Get all of those fidgets out, guys. Because this is not the time to worry. We can do that later. I want you to take care of you. So get all those fidgets out. And as we begin to calm and settle the mind, the body will kind of follow suit. So take that nice big deep inhale all the way in through the nose. And give me a great big sigh out. Inhale in nice and deep through the nose. And exhale, great big sigh here. One more time, inhale in nice and deep. And sigh it out. Beginning to switch over to that yoga breath. So we're beginning to deepen each inhale through the nose. And we're taking time for that exhale out the nose now. Because when we begin to worry about what's going on, or we're focused on our work, we're focused on our ever-growing house projects, we go to a short breath. That short breath will cause you to hold in more stress, hold in more pain, hold in more frustrations, and also affect your immune system by decreasing your immune system. So we need to take time for that breath. If anything else for the rest of the day, just take the time here and breathe. Let go of whatever you can let go of right now. Just let that weight come off of your shoulders. Feeling that weight begin to lighten as we lift up through the spine. And we invite in our happy thought for today. No matter how big, no matter how small. Just one thing to set us up for a beautiful, happy day. So I want you to inhale in nice and deep. Open those eyes. Sweep those arms up here, folks. And bring it down to your heart. Inhale in, sweeping up. I do this one a lot. It helps to focus on the breath here, but it also begins to open the body up. So it's why I always begin as well as end with that for that powerful breath. So take and release. And my 3 favorite set of words in yoga: shoulders go up, shoulders go back, shoulders go down. And you're going to do a few of these up, backs, and downs here. What this does is it helps to put our shoulders in good alignment. This is where our shoulders need to be. Our shoulders do not want to be up by the ears, and they do not want to be pointed down towards the ground. So doing a few of these to remind us, guys, I've got to pull the shoulders up, back, and bring them down. Hold them down here for a moment. Nice deep breath. One more time. Take them up, back, and down. I want you to sit up nice and tall again, lifting that spine away and up. The more that we sit down, the more we want to kind of press down through that spine. And if we have issues with lower back pain, this is one of the big reasons why it's right here. So lift that spine up. You're still rooted through the hips. And now I want you to take and twist on your exhale to one side. This is a gentle twist here. So again, I don't want you to spin around like Linda Blair and all of a sudden pea soup comes from you. I want you to take your time being gentle with that spine because we're just warming it up. Bring it back to your center. Again, inhale, lifting through the spine, keeping that belly engaged, and take it over to the other side. Again, gentle with your twist at first, and then you can add to it on each exhale, beginning again to open that spine up. Twists are also great for stress. Take it right back to your center, beginning to open up those shoulders a little bit more. So I'm going to start with my left arm. I'm going to bring it down in front of me, and I'm going to now inhale, and I'm going to sweep it open. And exhale, take it back down. Inhale, sweeping open. Getting a little bit of the core work, a little bit of chest opening, and maybe even all the way down to those hips. Take it up one more time. Bring it back up to your center. I'm going for the right arm now. I'm taking it down and I'm inhaling and I'm sweeping up and around. And continuing. This is also good for anybody with arthritis issues. I know yesterday my arthritis was pretty, hardcore yesterday because of all the rain. So joint circles are magnificent for arthritis. Take it back up. And now I want you to come into a tabletop. So you're going to take those legs back behind you. Coming to all fours. We're going to go for that cat and that cow here. Again, if your spine is not happy, the rest of you is going to be crappy, guys. So protect that spine. Inhale, take it up into that cow. Opening the heart, looking out. The tail goes back. Exhale, tuck the tail under, round through the belly, through the spine. Look towards that belly now. And you're just going to flow in between your cat and your cow. Always being mindful of that low back. So we don't want to just arch only through that low back. we want to take time and really being careful, thinking we have 24 vertebrae. And I want you to go through each individual one rather than just the lower back here. Take it right back to your center, and we're going to work a little bit on those wrists here. So what I want you to do is we're just going to make some nice little soup bowls here with our body. Just pressing it forward, focusing on those wrists here. Again, circles are great for arthritis. This is a great one to do if you are stuck at a keyboard for a long time. This also will help those who might work in the industry of being a stylist. And guys, we love our stylists. I miss my stylist so bad. So those of you who are out there, guys, we are thinking about you left and right. We cannot wait to see you. So love out there to all of my stylist people. We've got one more circle here to focus on those wrists. Bringing it back. Now we've got to do a little bit of strengthening exercises because we can stretch it out, but if we've not got a little bit of strength going on, we're going to go right back to that bad posture when we're seated. So I'm going to go for a plank. So I want you to come into your plank position, whatever works best for you. If it's better for you to keep the knees down for modification, please do. Or if you want to go down to the forearms, please do. That will help protect the wrist. For me, it's a little bit painful because those of you know I've got a pacemaker on my left side, so it compromises that area. So it's kind of uncomfortable for me. So I got to remember it's my body, my mat, my practice, so I got to work best for me. And if I keep talking, guys, you're not going to realize how long you've been in a plank yet. Strong shoulders, protect the shoulders. Pull in, zip up those pants. That's going to help that lower back. And now we're going to take it into a side plank. So take the right hand to the middle. You're going to rotate onto the feet and lift that left arm up for your side plank here. Or take the right knee down. Right foot behind you and really lengthen that left leg. Take it right back to the plank. We're going to go right over to the other side here. So the left hand is going to come towards the middle. You're going to rotate those feet. Take that right arm up. Make sure the shoulders are stacked. Those hips are forward. We don't want to press back. That's going to, again, kind of hurt that low back. Take it right back to that plank. Take those knees down. And give me a child's pose. Nice deep breath here. Don't worry if you shook like jello when you're doing your side plank. That's a good sign. That means your muscles are working. You're like, oh, thank goodness, check. If you need to, give me those wrist circles since we've been there in a plank for a bit. And let's take it right into a downward facing dog here. So, arms are out in front, curl those toes under, take those hips up. And let's walk the dog here, giving our legs just a little bit of love. Hold your downward facing dog, or feel free to continue to walk that dog here, bicycling those legs if your body needs some movement today. Look up on the inhale, take your walk, skip, hop, or jump, or if you want a different little variation is I want you to take it up to the tippy toes and walk up. Just something a little bit different. Take it into that forward fold, releasing those heels, bending those knees, and take and sweep all the way up for me. Bring it down to your heart center. So for a little bit of balance today, we're going to be doing something that helps the lower extremities. This is great, again, if you were stuck in a seated position for a long time, whether it be at a desk, in a car, in a plane, whatever you eat your green eggs and ham with, whatever it is. So I want you to root through that right leg nice and strong. Take the hands to heart center to stay nice and grounded. Keep that belly engaged. That's key with balance. Left foot comes out in front. And what I want you to do here is I want you to trace the alphabet with that foot. Now, I don't care if you use uppercase, lowercase. I don't care if you do cursive, Spanish, whatever alphabet works for you. And I know since I am talking, I am not able to talk and figure out which letter I'm on. So this is going to help a little bit of mental focus too. What this does is it helps with your ankle joint mobility. Again, good for arthritis. So it's getting the ankle going in all directions. Usually when we do joint circles, we just do a few and then we're done. This one takes a little bit more time, which is what we want. You guys are, if you're paying attention to my ankle, you're like, I don't even know what alphabet she's doing. Don't worry, I don't either, okay? So I want you to relax, shake it out. Let's go for the other side. Ground through that left leg, take the right foot out, hands to heart center, very important. The belly needs to stay engaged. And go ahead and go for your alphabet here. If you want to make it a little harder at home, you can always take a weight right here in the center. You can always kick that leg up really high or keep it down low. I'm not really too worried about that. Just take the time there. This is great for when that fluid gets collected in our lower extremities and we get that pain. We just want someone to massage that area. This is going to help that. It's also good for anybody who has tendencies for blood clots. Any type of fluid collection, lower extremity swelling, this will help that. Again, zero clue what letter I'm on. Hopefully you guys can figure out your alphabet a whole lot better than I can. Take and release, shake it out. Don't worry, that was your balance for today. If you have a chair, I'm going to have you bring your chair handy. If you don't have a chair, don't worry. We won't be here very long. This one is we're going to do our pigeon with the chair. So you're going to be seated in your chair. I want you to take your right leg up onto your left. Okay. You can do this if you do not have a chair handy. Just press yourself up against a wall. Just above the right ankle goes right above the left knee. Use your right hand to put gentle pressure on that knee. No pressure on the ankle. Sit nice and tall, backs away from the chair. Stay here if this works for you. It's going to help to work on those hips when those hips get nice and tight from being seated too long. Or you can add a forward fold. Again, lengthen through that spine and take a fold here. And I just want you to take a few deep breaths. Again, breathing in nice and deep. And exhale, just let it go, sigh it out. And take a few moments here. Your body's going to release on those exhales. So it's going to begin to loosen up that tightness in the hips with the exhale. So keep that strong, calm breath here as deep as you can. And just enjoy the chance for the body to open up so you don't feel as wretched as we have been and stuck in a chair. Take it up on the inhale. Shake that leg out if you need to. Switch it over. Gentle pressure here. No pressure on the ankle. Again, lifting through the spine. Keeping the belly engaged. Find the forward fold if you need to. Or if you want to, you can just stay nice and upright. You can continue to open up the hip gently with a little bit of pressure on that knee, on that thigh. But again, don't hang on to that ankle, okay? Just take it nice and strong. If you're ever in a position where you're not able to get that foot all the way up onto the knee, I'm perfectly fine with kicking that bottom leg out. This will work for you if you're having a little bit of issues trying to get that leg up there, okay? So don't worry about that. Just take it with whatever works for you. And release. If you are still in my chair, sit up nice and tall and just go ahead, walk yourself down. And just let that head go heavy. If you don't have that chair handy, go ahead and do this in a standing forward fold. You can let the chest rest on the thighs in a gentle chair pose. And just again, take the head heavy. Oh, were you on a conference call or a Zoom call where you're just like, you're like, I need to change the channel, and your boss goes, it's a Zoom conference call, you can't. You're like, just let that go. If you are in a standing position, I want you to go ahead and bring yourself down. If you are in my chair, take a moment. Take your time bringing yourself up. And I'm going to take my chair away. I'm going to come down. I am going to face my chair for a moment. So I'm going to bring myself down. I wanted to show you an exercise here. This is going to be great for your shoulders. So I had someone complain to me that they're feeling a lot of bit of pain, like kind of like sharp stabbing pain there in their shoulder. A lot of it's just because, again, they've been working like this. Here's a great strengthening exercise that's going to really help it. It targets those sits muscles back there, those itty bitty muscles that we forget about. So you're going to face the wall. I'm going to use the chair instead here. That wall is going to be right in front of you. I want the shoulder to come right straight out, shoulder to wrist. You're going to press yourself into that wall here. And all I want you to do is I want you to press with just the shoulder only, not the body, just the shoulder. You're going to feel that back here, those muscles working. You're going to stay here for a few deep breaths. And then you're going to relax. You're going to go back to that position again, pressing into your solid surface just with that shoulder. Staying here for a few breaths. And then you're going to relax. You're going to want to switch sides. But again, if you have just shoulder pain on one side, I'm perfectly fine with this one being done on one side. Again, shoulder to the wrist, pressing yourself into that solid surface here with just the shoulder. You're still breathing through these. If you do this exercise several times a day for a few days, I can almost guarantee your pain is going to significantly decrease in your shoulder area. So that's why I always emphasize strengthening areas and stretching them, not just stretch only. Take and release after you've done that for a few rounds. Okay. I'm going to be coming back to that chair one more time in just a jiffy. But if you are down towards your mat, I want you to kick those legs out from underneath you for a moment. You're going to lower yourself down to the mat. Here we're going to do a swaying cobra. Okay? So elbows are nice and tucked in, shoulders away from the ears. I want you to inhale into your cobra. Again, cobra is an upper back move. It's not an arm strengthening move, okay? And what we're going to do here is I want you to take the right shoulder and I want you to lift it up, pressing through that left shoulder, looking towards the right. Take it back to the middle, release if you need to. And then inhale, take that cobra up into the left now, opening up the left shoulder. Gentle twist here. And exhaling, releasing. Pressing yourself back into a child's pose. Child's pose is great. It's an active rest pose. So it's going to keep our muscles warm, but yet get our body a break. Breathing nice and deep, allowing again that spine to open up with the breath. Finding your peace and your calm, your center, your happy thought, whatever it may be today. Let's kick ourselves out. Legs will come out in front. Bringing the legs out in front. We've got a few more poses to go, so I hope you guys will stick with me for a few more moments. Okay. Right arm's gonna come out. I want you to reach behind you at an angle. You're gonna reach towards the floor, but you're not gonna touch it. Take the gaze over to the left shoulder. This works, you stay here, or you can tilt that forehead forward, or maybe raise that right cheek up to the sun. Continue to reach back through that right arm, and just begin to open that space in between the neck and the shoulder, that space where all that stress likes to accumulate. This is going to help open that area, helping to break up that buildup of stress there. Take it right back to your center. Left arm expands out. Take it back behind you. Reach towards the floor. Take the gaze over to the right shoulder. Looking down at the mat if you need to. Or lift that left side of the face up. Or always feel free to kind of move that head around a little bit, finding your space. Because a stretch that feels good for me, you may be having a little bit different of a variation that works better for you. Just take a moment and find what you need today. It's okay to take time for you. Bring it right back to your center. I'm taking my right leg out nice and long, tucking my left foot in. I'm facing my right leg, lifting up through the spine on the inhale and exhale, taking a walk down. It's going to help stretch out those hamstrings. Let that knee kind of relax. That way, again, it stays to the back. Now you're down here. Feel free if you can grab that foot, kind of begin to massage that leg. Or maybe take it into the calf. Give that calf a nice little rub. So I hope whoever's calling me right now is very important. I'm very sorry about that. The music just took a toll. Either that or it's my boss saying, "Dude, cut the film, cut the line." Or maybe this is kind of your life where you're like, oh, work calls. Take it up. With the right hand's going to tuck in. You can grab onto the inside of the foot or maybe tuck it underneath the calf. Take that left arm. You're going to open it up. Bringing it up and over. Opening the chest, stacking the shoulders, reaching through that left arm here. It's going to help break up that kind of that that we get in that low back. Plus it also feels great for anybody who has hip issues. Take it up on your inhale. Legs come, left leg comes out. Place the hands back behind you. Gently press into the palms, press into the heels, and lift those hips up. This will help to neutralize those hips. A lot of times I get a nice good old hip pop right there. Take it back down. No worries if you're not able to lift up. Don't worry. It may not happen today. But just keep practicing. It's what yoga is all about. Yoga is about practice. It is not about being perfect in every pose that you hold. We're coming over to that left again, reaching through that spine, and exhale, bringing ourselves a little bit closer to that left foot. Take a moment here. Give yourself a little bit of rub of whatever you can reach here. Whether you need to kind of get the plantar fasciitis area. Maybe you got a little bit of swelling in the lower leg. Just whatever you need to kind of get rid of. Let that body reabsorb that gunk so you can flush it out with your breath. Take the left hand to the inside of the foot, or maybe cup it underneath the left calf, and take the right arm. You're going to reach it up. And take it over again. I'm not worried about how close you come to the toes. I want you to focus more about opening up the chest. And reach. Feel the right side just lengthen out. And inhale, take it right back up. If those wrists still bother you, take a moment. I want you to inhale it up. Hands together, bringing it down, pressing the palms into each other. Now lower the palms below the heart towards the belly, continuing to press them into each other. Again, this is great for those who have maybe some carpal tunnel issues. And release. If you have your pinky ball, grab onto it. If you don't have pinky, the reason why I call it pinky, it legit says pinky. You can find these at Dollar General in the toy section. They're a big whopping $1. Those of you who are in town, I'm sorry, I still have purchased all of them in town. But what you're going to do is you're going to place pinky right in the meaty spot back here. No shoulder blade, absolutely no spine, no neck. There's that space, you know, where those knots get right there. That's where I want you to put pinky. You're going to roll onto pinky. And you're just going to press pinky down. You're going to kind of roll around just a bit and find those knots. You know, where that lip kind of begins to curl. You get a little bit of Elvis Presley going on. It's like, it hurts so good. When you find that spot, I want you just to lay there, pressing into your pinky ball, and just breathe. Don't forget to breathe, very important. Yes, a tennis ball will work. Pinky I like much, much better. One, they're cheaper. Two, it's more dense. You're going to be able to get those knots a little bit better here. So those of you who are stuck working at a desk, whether it be at home or you do have to go into the office, please get one of these. Feel free, contact me afterwards and I will be happy to help you with this. Switch over to that other shoulder if you need to. Again, roll around for a moment, find where those knots are. Stay away from the spine, stay away from the neck, very important. And just breathe a little bit deeper and deeper. Allowing those pain pockets to break up. Feel free to stay on your pinky if you want to. Otherwise, if you have your chair, I want you to bring that chair to you, or you can do this up the wall. You're going to take the seat of the chair towards you, and you're going to bring your legs right up onto the chair. You're going to kind of shimmy as close as you can to the edge of your chair. This is legs up the chair, or you can do the variation with legs up the wall. What this does is, again, gives the lower extremities a break. When we've been seated way too long, that fluid collects there. We need to get rid of that excess fluid. This also helps with anybody with headache issues, especially my migraine sufferers. This is a great one for you. It's my #1 migraine pose. But also it just allows us to relax a little bit more. You can place the hands on the belly. You can place them down to the sides. You can take them out nice and wide, whatever you need here. Wiggle the tension out of the shoulders, pulling the shoulder blades down, away from the ears. Take that tongue away from your mouth. And give yourself permission to have a few moments for you. Feel free to stay here as long as you need. Otherwise, you can wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, circles with the wrists, circles with the feet. Take the arms overhead. Stretch it out one more time, beginning to press that chair away from you if you were able to use that chair. Taking it over to one side, allowing the legs to kind of settle back down, getting that blood flow back to normal. And as you inhale, let's bring yourself back up. Welcoming yourself back into a happier Monday or a happier day. So I hope one or two of these poses worked well for you to kind of get out those desk, all those stress gremlins. So take it up on the inhale. Again, if you found one that works for you, that's the one that's going to help you out today. Don't feel like you've got to do this whole routine every time you're working from home or working at the desk. Just again, find your practice. Let's let it all out, everybody. Just sigh it out. Great big sigh. Left hand on the heart, right hand on top. I am thankful for what I am. I am thankful for what I am not. Namaste. Guys, have a great day. Feel free to ask me any questions if you have questions about Pinky. I'll be happy to help you. Drink lots of water. Take care of you. Enjoy your day. Bye, folks.